battery trading, the real giants in gate automation and access.
Welcome back. The New Gen Energy's limited hydrogen economy project, earmarked for Point Lisas, is set to be a game changer in the local energy sector. But how much potable water will it require? Will it be granted any concessions where water rates are concerned? We get the answers to these questions and more from New Gen's Managing Director in tonight's Energy Matters.
Energy Matters is brought to you by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Energy Matters.
Philip Julian, the Managing Director of New Gen Energy Limited, told Energy Matters on Monday that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's announcement at the Energy Chamber's virtual conference last week about a hydrogen economy project proposed for Point Lisas means a lot for the Tacarigua-based company and for Trinidad and Tobago.
Point Lisas currently has a feedstock supply of natural gas, which is really the source of hydrogen for those ammonia and methanol plants. Now, New Gen is developing a project using globally accepted, newly emerged technology through the process of electrolysis of water to generate that very same hydrogen, except from a carbon-free source of water, which is H2O, hydrogen and oxygen.
Mr. Julian said steam methane reforming is what separates hydrogen from the carbon molecule in CH4 methane.
So that's the big aha moment for the world, and particularly a benefit for the Point Lisas estate, is the ability for technology to be able to generate carbon-free hydrogen that would allow the petrochemical sector to embrace a carbon-free or greener commodity, which of course is growing in value around the world.
The Prime Minister said the economic slowdown resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic, quote, has caught us making our first significant, deliberate steps towards clean energy, end quote, as he spoke about the proposed hydrogen power plant.
This major greenhouse investment has the potential to generate significant tax revenues, temporary and permanent jobs as we green the economy. Upon completion, this $300 million United States dollars investment will be the first green hydrogen project of its scale in the world.
We first heard about New Gen's proposal in October of last year.
Will any taxpayers' money be involved in this project in any way at all?
No. The beauty of the project as we're designing it now is it's at no financial impact to the government. We recognize money is tight locally, and we also recognize the amazing phenomenon globally that there's so many investors looking to invest in good green projects like New Gen. Case in point, we announced earlier this year, Fistera Energy, a member of the Blackstone group of companies, formally declared their investment intention to be locally.
Mr. Julian said New Gen is presently 100% owned by Kenneth J. Green Limited. In the House of Representatives last week, the opposition MP for Caroni Central, Arnold Ram, had questions about the project.
From my calculations and from the technocrats within the Water and Sewage Authority, they have indicated that the new hydrogen plant to be built by KNSG and New Gen will require 240,000 gallons of drinking water per day. Where is WASA going to get that water? Will they depend on the Salcott? What will be concessions made to KNSG or New Gen?
Energy Matters sought a response from Mr. Julian regarding the MP's claim.
How much drinking water would be required for such a project?
I mean, it's a very good question that everyone should be mindful of this country's water consumption. Water is a precious, valuable commodity for all of us. And the good news about the New Gen project is that we will be consuming the same amount as a typical ammonia or methanol plant on the estate. It's in the order of about 180,000 gallons per day, which is 0.1% of the country's total water consumption.
No concessions at all in terms of the issue of the water supply that you referred to earlier?
No. From a water supply, we're happy to pay the current WASA rates, so there are no concessions required for the water, Joel.
Mr. Julian estimates 500 to 1,000 construction-related jobs over a 2 to 3 year period for the project. He said once it is completed, it will be providing 20% of the hydrogen needs of a typical ammonia plant.
The beauty of that 20% figure is it can make the difference of an entire ammonia plant. And in our case, we're talking one of the Tringen ammonia facilities, making the decision to say, hey, you know what? That extra 20% is a boost that allows me to keep doors open and keep hundreds of my employees gainfully engaged.
And Mr. Julian wanted to make one clarification.
The hydrogen production facility requires electricity, right? So we would be acquiring electricity through Tech to zap the water to create the hydrogen and the oxygen, yeah? Now, the source of that electricity is to be carbon neutral in its composition, right? So let's use, for example, renewable electricity. I mean, we've all heard about the Light Source Shell BP solar facility that's coming on stream soon. Let's use that as an example. So that would be solar electricity, solar generated electricity that would be coming through Tech, that we would put up our hand and say, look, we'd love the opportunity to buy that from you.
He is hoping that the new Gen project facility would be up and running within the first quarter of 2024. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
Energy Matters was brought to you by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Energy Matters.